Hello, my name is Vasil Tarsenko, I'm a Russian attorney. On October the 26, 2023, the new federal law of citizenship of the Russian Federation, number 138, came into force. It introduces some changes to the procedure for getting temporary and permanent residence and citizenship that was used in Russia for more than 20 years under the old law, number 62. What is new? List of persons entitled to become citizens under a simplified procedure changed. New categories. For example, this list included those who graduated with a red diploma from a Russian university, as well as those who have relatives in a direct ascending line who permanently resided in a territory that belonged to the Russian Empire or the USSR within the state border of the Russian Federation. Second one, excluded categories. For example, it's not possible anymore to obtain citizenship under a simplified procedure by investment and entrepreneurship. Corrected categories. The law number 62 allowed getting citizenship under a simplified procedure if the foreign national had an adult child who is a Russian citizen, while the new law allows it even the child's minor. According to the old law, a foreign national who had been married to a Russian citizen for more than 3 years were entitled to also become a citizen of Russia under a simplified procedure. Now the duration of the marriage to a Russian doesn't matter. The only important criterion is a child in the marriage. Previously, those who had citizenship of the USSR and were born in a Russian Soviet Federative Socialistic Republic could apply for Russian citizenship under a simplified procedure. Under the new law, not only those who were born there, but also who permanently resided there have this right. Revocation. Now citizenship can be revoked on the following grounds: voluntary renunciation of Russian citizenship, provision of knowingly false information resulting in the commission of a crime or expressed in actions that create a threat to the national security of Russia. Also, establishing of the fact that forged or invalid documents were provided or knowingly false information was reported on the basis of which a decision on citizenship was made. We'll talk about this clause later. And other grounds also provided for by international treaties. Beginning from October the 26th, if 10 years passed from the date the foreigner became a Russian citizen, he can't be stripped of it due to establishing of the fact that forged or invalid documents were provided or knowingly false information was reported on the basis of which a decision on citizenship was made. That is, for example, if a court found out the fact the applicant had not indicated his relatives in the application, but the person was granted citizenship more than 10 years ago, and there aren't any other grounds to deprive of it, and which is important, he lived in Russia within that period, he'll remain Russian citizenship. More crimes resulting in revocation of citizenship. In particular, the list there appeared banditry, discrediting the armed forces, organizing mass riots, treason, drug trafficking, and committing actions that pose a threat to the national security of the Russian Federation. Note that in case of such criminal offense, the above 10 years period is not applicable. Citizenship will be established under approved procedure. It used to be often the case that a person who obtained Russian citizenship very long ago lost it because, for instance, the citizenship application was lost in the Ministry of Internal Affairs or the registration at the certain address as of August 201 was confirmed. Many people found it unfair. Now, before making a decision on revocation of citizenship, an inspection must be carried out. Multiple citizenship. In Russian legislation, there was allowed dual citizenship. However, Russia concluded a dual citizenship treaty with Tajikistan only. Beginning from October the 26th, the government has introduced the concept of multiple citizenship if a person has second citizenship besides Russia. Such individuals are considered as exclusively Russians with all their rights and responsibilities. Before that, the fact a person became a citizen of another country, not Tajikistan, resulted in him losing Russian citizenship. Note that dual and multiple are different things. In the first case, the individual pays taxes and does military service only in this country of permanent residence. Registration at residential address online. Pursuant to the new law, foreigners can register themselves at their residential address through Gosuslugi web portal. Newborns from transnational couples. Now it is easier for children born in transnational families to become citizens of our country. Before that, it was required to get the second parent's consent who was a foreign national, which was sometimes impossible. The new law allows applying for Russian citizenship for a baby if at least one of the parents agrees. There are other changes in the law, but I can't cover them all in one video. If necessary, you can reach out to me to seek legal help. My name is Vasil Tarasenko. Bye.